Think it's a Volkswagen? I don't know, y'all. Y'all gonna see that in the video. Y'all see. Remember this baby. That diabolical image, baby. You can't go wrong. I guarantee you.
Sorry, bro. Gotta pause you for a second. Oh, it's not pausing. Hey, 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 hey. It's Thursday night. It's tea time. Hey, hey, hey. It's your glamour planner. It's Robin, your glamour planner. What's going on? What's going on? I'm looking for something, y'all. I said I was going to have everything together before I started this alive. What's going on? Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Serena. How you doing? I didn't even get to eat tonight. I feel like I'm on a late night live with my girls, Mona and Felicia and Gail. Serena, you like my hat and my scarf? Let me see how to get this set up. Y'all know I struggle every time. Welcome to the nighttime tea, loves. All right, y'all gotta pour at me for a second. I gotta get my camera set up. That should do it. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on. Hi, Christina. How you doing, darling? You know what? I always do this, y'all. Let me. I'm sorry. I am so horrible with this. Come on. Let's see. That is better. Christina, Serena. How are you lovelies doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? How are you doing? As I get my camera. Always. Oh, that is wonderful. I am back in my YouTube space instead of dragging you guys through. But hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing? Welcome to the nighttime tea. It is our Thursday night chat. And listen, I got some things, to discuss tonight. I did not put it in the description, but I had some fun while I was on a live on Miss Gail's live on Tuesday. I was working on something that I was going to share with you guys tonight. So, hey, it's Robin. I'm your glamour planner. Welcome to the nighttime tea on Thursday nights. And y'all know I'm showing off right now because, my friend made me something and I gotta show it off. So let's see. Y'all see that? Y'all see my little nighttime tea sign? Yay! Listen, on this channel with your girl, I do my best to make sure that we are growing together, we're learning together, and I try to share as much as I can with the community, whether you're in my gardening community, my crafting community, or my planning community. I do my best to try and bring y'all content that is related to those areas. And I do take a lot of suggestions. I love when you guys make suggestions, but I also kind of have topics as well. that we talk about, especially when it comes to our overall health and wellness and how we can incorporate our garden into that. And that's been a big thing for me, is using our garden, using what we're growing, just using our knowledge to help us all just be well. So let me check out these comments. I don't want to miss your comments. I see your comments, Serena. I have to turn you on the iPad so I can read them. Also, so I can manage it in case we get some trolls in the live. Gotta keep the trolls out. I don't give them energy, but you know, you never know. Let's see. To my life. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Okay, here we go. So let's see. All right, Serena. Okay, here we go. So let's see. And use the tea grounds as a poultice for my dangling cyst on my right hand and take oregano oil capsule. Oh, I'm glad you got some help, Serena, to help you with the cyst. That is great. Oregano oil, I mentioned that as well. Is such a phenomenal herb, and I don't know any other herb that has more, not just energetics but actives as oregano. And oregano is one of those phenomenal herbs for that. Sorry, I'm duping me in the background. So I'm glad you got some help. That is so great. I'm glad you found somebody that can help you with that. That makes me happy. And let's see. Let's see. I don't know who 4748X is, but welcome to my channel. Hopefully you're not a troll that I'm going to have to remove, so let's go. So what's going on, guys? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on in your garden? I really want to talk about the garden tonight as well. I have my content that I'm going to talk about, the things I want to share with you guys. But listen, the garden is on 10 right now. I am harvesting tomatoes every day. If I do not go out there, I do not want to allow anything to eat my tomatoes. And plus, I promised a lot of people some tomatoes since I have an abundance of it. That is a blessing of tomatoes. So I have tomatoes out there in the garden. But what I also wanted to talk about, what surprised you in your garden? What, if you are growing anything in the garden, whether it's your indoor garden or outdoor garden, what surprised you in your garden? Like something that you didn't think was going to do well and it exceeded your expectations. What, tell me something that it did. For me, my garden itself was just beautiful. I had to pause. I did a garden update video and I had to remind myself that my garden was not like everybody else's garden and my zone is not like everybody else's zone. That other people, you know, they're in warmer climates, they're in cooler climates, whatever their climate is. And also they may have been gardening longer than I am. This year was, or last year was the first year that I expanded the garden beyond herbs, tomatoes, and peppers, because I always did herbs, tomatoes, and peppers. But last year is when I decided that I was going to grow a lot. And this year, like, my whole garden surprised me. It was just so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I have to say, I did my best to plan my garden this year. Last year was sort of random, but this year I laid it out and everything. And what surprised me is it didn't go as I had planned it in my head and as I had wrote it out, drew pictures and all of these graphs and all of this stuff. And it actually exceeded my expectations because I got way more harvest and I got way more food, um, which was the goal. My goal was to grow at least 50% of the food that I eat, and then I would spend 50% less in the stores on food. And I did that. I actually did more than that. I would say I cut 75% of my grocery bill, just by growing what I ate in the garden and growing the things that I wanted to eat and then growing things I knew that my family liked to eat. So that was so great for me. Let's see. Okay. Look at what does Zayat oregano do, Serena? What are its health benefits? What are its benefits? Um, oh, you got zucchini squash to grow without bugs. Christina, listen. My garden was late, and I had to thank God. I had to pause and be grateful because I was, a little bit whiny, like, oh, my squash is not growing. I still got no squash. I will not lie. I had an abundance of squash plants, and I still got no squash. But what surprised me is I went outside like today and the eggplants are huge that my plant actually tilted over. But thank God it didn't fall. It didn't break. I was able to stake it so that because those eggplants are long, they're called shoya eggplant and they're long and they're gorgeous. If you haven't seen my garden video update, you can go check that out. It's on there and let me tell you, it is twice that size right now. And we're only talking maybe 2 days ago. It is twice that size. I actually went out and fertilized. I was taught that if your plants are providing fruit, you should fertilize them on a more regular basis. And I had just been watering it, and I really needed to fertilize it so that my fruit can grow really big and luscious. And my tomatoes, the big tomatoes, they're starting to turn red. They're starting to blush, which I'm so happy about. And the part that surprised me is just that those things that I didn't thought would grow, and I was whining about it. I'm not gonna lie, I whined. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner. How you doing? Thank you. Yeah, check it. Listen, I'm so happy about the garden. Again, like I'm just overjoyed. I'm so overjoyed and blessed because it did provide for me, not just for me, but for my family and friends that I give fruits and vegetables to. My basil. Listen, the basil. If you didn't, also go check out Miss Gail's live on Tuesday. It's on Mona sifting some soil and more. Her live that she did with Miss Gail on Tuesday, I showed me harvesting my herbs, and I got so many herbs, like, and I use those herbs in what I'm going to share with y'all tonight. So I'm happy about that. So yes, so Miss J.K. Gardner, I'm asking, were you surprised? Did anything surprise you in your garden? Any thing unexpected, like things that you thought was gonna do good, didn't do good, or you thought wasn't gonna do good and actually did good? And I'm just overjoyed at the late. I'm not gonna say late. I can't even say late because my zone is different. I'm in zone 7B, so my zone is different, and people have gotten watermelon and all those things, and I didn't get them yet. I don't think that I get, no. Let me tell y'all. Okay, that's the other thing too. I think it was birds, squirrels. They tore up. I had beautiful vines that I had finally stretched out for my watermelon. Why they gone? Why are they gone? But I've constantly got watermelon constantly popping up because I planted so many seeds and I was determined to be in them watermelon wars. So it's September. I know I'm not, even if something grows, it ain't gonna make that 50 pound by the October date. So, but I'm not gonna say I'm really unbound out. Unbound out because It was beautiful. I protected my plants. I had them in a greenhouse so they can grow and get long. And when the vines got strong and big, I laid them out so that they weren't on the ground. I had 3 long vines, and y'all, I went out there. I was so mad. I was hoping that I saw some watermelons on it. Yeah, no, nope. But my beautiful eggplants, I got 2 different varieties of eggplants out there that are just beautiful. And my cucumbers are growing. One of the vines, I'm a little skeptical because the cucumber is so small and the vine started to die back, the leaves, and I'm afraid that it's going to be underdeveloped and I'm not going to be able to eat it. But the other one is growing beautifully, and I still got plenty of flowers. So I'm happy about that. Another surprise is I thought my strawberries were done for the season, and I thought my marigolds were done for the season as well. Well, I just harvested beautiful marigolds, and if you don't know, marigolds are medicinal. They are primarily anti-inflammatory herbs and herbal flowers. And I harvested those, and oh my gosh, I'm happy about that because when they died back, I didn't think they were going to come again. And they surely came back. Hey, Mona! So now that my guest of honor is here, y'all, do y'all see this lovely thing that I'm wearing? I'm not taking it off. Like, I'm so not taking it off. My friend Mona from Sift and Soul and More made this for me. And I am beyond ecstatic. I'm beyond ecstatic. Do you see this, Mona? Look at this. Look at your girl. I am rocking this. And by the way, I hope you are having a fabulous vacation. And whatever that vacation means, I know we made you staycation as well. But I hope you are having a fabulous vacation. And I thank you so much. Listen, y'all, look at this. Mm, I'm so excited because I wanted this so bad. And Mona, I'm not going to tell you, shh, quiet as cat, this look 100 times better than the picture I showed you. I sent you. Comfy growing where I thought I was going. Ashwagandha. Okay, listen. We can talk about that, Miss J.K. Gordon. Listen, my eggplants, listen, I was touching them, you know what I mean? Going through the garden. Like today, I was watering and I was fertilizing it today. And I was like, please don't break off the vine. Please don't come before your time. Because I was just so excited about having it. And I can't wait. My girlfriend, I promised her one of the eggplants that's growing. And I sent her pictures of it. And she was just, oh, I love your garden. And I'm like, listen, it's not like everybody else's, but it's perfect for me, and it is giving me an abundance, and I'm so grateful for that. Right? Isn't this everything, Christina? This is everything right here, okay? And look at the scarf. She didn't just stop at the hat, y'all. She gave me a scarf too. And this was a surprise because I didn't know that she was making a scarf to match. Mona, you are the bomb.com, boo. You are the bomb.com, okay? You are the bomb.com. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, this is everything. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So again, welcome y'all to the nighttime tea on the Thursday night. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm truly grateful for you being here with me, and I hope we had some fun tonight. Tonight, so far, we're talking about the garden. Anything that surprised you in your garden, any disappointments from your garden, things that you thought didn't go well and did excellent, things that did excellent and you thought wasn't going to go well. And another thing that surprised me in my garden, y'all, I went out today. Why I harvested strawberries? Listen, I was saving the strawberry leaves because strawberries are so beneficial, even for your heart. Strawberries are so good for you. And to grow them instead of going to the grocery store, I think I complained the whole spring and beginning of summer about strawberries, getting them, how horrible they were. And I was just so disappointed in them, but I got strawberries. My garden gave me, listen, I went out there almost every day once they started growing, and I would have my granddaughters out there with me, and we would eat strawberries right out of the garden. Hi, Miss Georgia Peach Nut. How are you? Mona, I love it. I don't like it. I love it. I am ecstatic over it. And it came in the mail. And you know, and I'm so horrible because I Miss Duval, God's Desire. I finally found I had lost the gift. Don't tell them I lost the gift cards that I got them for the watermelon, the Sun Tea Challenge. I found them, so I got to get their address. I got Diana's address from God's Desire. I got hers, but I got to get Duval's address so I can send that to her. But listen, I got so many wonderful things to share tonight. My main topic is we're gonna talk about as our spring and summer garden is starting to fade away. You know, I'm on this kick about using what's in your garden to give you some nutrition and give you some health benefits, and to preserve those things into the fall and the winter so you have them. We don't always have access to strawberries in the wintertime. You don't want to eat strawberries in the wintertime from a grocery store because they're out of season. They're out of season for us. I mean, I'm not sure where your grocery store would get them from, but there are some fruits. Fruits are seasonal. So we should know, like, you guys have to, you take the time and in your area find out what fruits and vegetables, if you're still buying them, are in season. It's just like us in our garden. We're transitioning the garden to the fall and winter. So there are things that are grew all summer and spring that we have to take out and get up because we know that they'll be out of season. So it's the same thing that I want you to do. As we're going to talk about using some of those things to help us with everyday wellness. So that's my topic for tonight. Using some of those things from the garden to help you with everyday wellness. And we're going to get to that. But we're talking about the garden right now. The other thing that surprised me in my right now I was telling you about was my strawberries. So while we harvested them, I thought my strawberries were done. I have brand new strawberries that have rooted at the top of my, I don't know if y'all remember, but way back in the spring I built my planter wall, and I had strawberries and onions and things at the top. Well, I replanted some green onions in it, and I've been getting onions almost every day, and the strawberries popped up. But what really shocked me is I thought I only had June bearing strawberries. That's the one strawberry that I kept telling you guys about, even in my garden video that I just posted yesterday. I talked about the one that never gave me strawberries. The leaves and everything were great, so I think what I'm going to do is go out and just harvest all the leaves, and I'm going to dry them and use them in my nutrient mix, my vitamin and mineral nutrient mix that I make with some of the greens from the garden that are beneficial. But come to find out, I have ever-bearing strawberry bushes. And listen, it is about 20 beautiful flowers on there. I harvested 2 strawberries from it today. My little Dollar Tree planter where I had strawberry plants, I got a strawberry from that today. And listen, guys, I'm excited. And the garden is just giving me more than I expected. And it has exceeded my expectations, basically. So what about you guys? Anything in your garden exceeded your expectations? Oh, your strawberries are, Georgia? Oh my God, Miss Gail, listen. I'm so happy. I had to take a double take, and I was like, wait, what? Hold on. I went back. I had watered it. I said, hold on, let me go get some fertilizer. And I went back and fertilized it because I wanted to make sure that I'm giving all my plants that's still bearing fruit some fertilizer. So I did go back and refertilize everything. Oh, you said everything has, huh? I know that's right. I know that's right. My tomatoes far exceeded expectation. I had volunteers popping up, got volunteers, planted those. Like it is just beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I was sharing with everyone that when I was in the garden today watering the giant tomatoes that I told you I'm finally getting. I got some medium sized tomatoes through the summer. I did get some in the beginning of the summer, but now I have the giant ones that I forget the name of them. So beautiful, like big flat one. So I got several of those different ones growing around the garden, and they're starting to blush. I made a salad the other day with the peppers I harvest, the onions, um, peppers, onions. I bought a cucumber from the Spanish market, and I made the most juiciest, tastiest salad. I had everybody eating the tomatoes from my garden like just raw, not even in the salad. Everybody, once I gave everybody a taste, they were eating them like candy. I'm telling you, they tasted so good. Yeah. Miss Georgia, listen, I'm out there. Listen, I went back and fertilized because I had to remind myself I haven't fertilized in 2 weeks. So this will be the second week. I'm like, oh no, wait, they're giving me an abundance of fruit. I needed to definitely fertilize. Miss Gail, now you know this is not your outfit, okay? This was a special request, and I got a bonus gift on top of it, and I'm not taking it off because I'm so excited. I sent my friend a picture, and she exceeded my expectations, like my garden. She exceeded it. I'm so happy. I'm so cute. Look at listen. This is everything. This is everything right here, okay, y'all. Y'all see this? This is everything. And I got the scarf to match. And it's not like heavy, make you hot. It is just beautiful. Like it is phenomenal. I'm gonna have to take a picture once this is all done. So tonight, y'all, let me tell you. So my tea for tonight, I am drinking. So I've found this super cute little bag, right? I was at Claire's, and don't get me um, mistaken, I did wash it, so don't be alarmed. I found this cute little bag, and I found this. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but I am naturally blonde. I was born with blonde hair, and when I got this, right, I thought this was like a jewelry holder. I'm sorry, y'all. The blonde in me, the airheadedness, every now and then it pops up. I thought this was a jewelry holder. I was gonna put it in my bathroom. And thank you, Miss Georgia. And yes, it's not. Y'all, look at this. Bam! Oh, look at that. It's a teacup and saucer. I thought it was like a little purse jewelry holder, but it's a cup and saucer. Okay, and for the record, Miss Young Lady at Claire's, you was wrong too, because you told me you second me and said it was a jewelry organizer. It is not. It is a teacup with a saucer. Look at that, y'all. It is shaped like a purse. This is now my favorite teacup, and you may see me using this a couple times. Yeah, I'm gonna use this for a while. Okay, so listen, let me see. Tonight's tea that I am drinking tonight is woo, finishing. I'm still drinking hibiscus. I have a mix of hibiscus, lemongrass, oregano, and basil tea. Oh, and ginger. So it's ginger, basil, oregano, hibiscus, and oregano. That's my tea for tonight. I've already made it in my little Starbucks cup to keep it hot while, I opened up the chat. So it's going to be a little hot, but let it cool. But the color is so beautiful from the hibiscus plant. So I'm going to let that cool down some. And that's the tea for the night. Anybody else drinking tea tonight? What you drinking? What you drinking? What you drinking? So we're going to have some fun tonight. So there's a couple of things I wanted to share with you. So what happened is I'm number one, I'm working on my ginger bug. I'm ready to start making my ginger sodas. And my ginger bug, I believe it's ready. They say once it starts to bubble, you know that it's ready, and that you can strain it and pour it. So I'm going to be straining it and pouring it tomorrow. Um, Yeah, I still had it sitting. But I have that, and I went to Dollar Tree because they said if you're making a soda, it is best to get a bottle like this. I finally found these at Dollar Tree. I am loving it. I bought 10 of them. So I will be using these for my ginger sodas. I have a watermelon. Um, I'm going to be I picked this one up, not from Dollar Tree, but ShopRite. These giant mason jars. I have not seen them this big anywhere. So I finally found them only because I needed this giant one because I have peaches and nectarines and things that I'm going to can. And I needed a giant jar for the peaches because it's a lot of peaches and I don't want to put them in like 100 different jars. So this jar is, it came in a 6-pack. It's a little expensive, but nobody had this size. So I picked it up. Look how big that is. Bam! Look at it. All my peaches gonna be in there, y'all. I plan on making some peach cobbler. Yes, some peach cobbler. Hey, Felicia. Hey. Oh, Miss JK. I don't blame you. Don't do it to yourself then. Do not do it to yourself. Okay? Uh, oh, I know that's right. Miss Georgia, she's drinking mint, turmeric, lemon juice, ginger, and honey. Yep, I got honey in my tea, which I'm excited about. I do have honey in mine as well. No sugar. If y'all remember, there's no sugar for me to this month. I'm trying to stay away from sugar, and I don't eat sugar like that anyway. Only time I add sugar, I may add a spoon with my honey to my tea, my herbal tea, and I don't want to do that. I want to just stick to adding fruit and honey only to my teas. So wish me luck this month. So I was able to, every time I came with an idea on what I wanted to purge for the month, I did it. So I have faith I can do this. They say, believe it or not, though, that sugar is one of the hardest things to kick. And even though I scaled back, like I would not have more than 2 teaspoons of sugar if I don't have honey. But they say that sugar is more addictive to break than drugs and alcohol and stuff. So we'll see. Y'all keep me in prayer, okay? I don't eat it like that, so hopefully I won't have such a hard time. Okay? So this is my giant jar. This is for my peaches. And y'all gonna love this because I'm on Miss Gail and Miss Mona's live Tuesday. I made some awesome things. While they were talking, I was prepping all of my ingredients for my pepper sauce. And guess what? I made it. I'm so excited. And let me tell you, I told y'all tonight we're going to talk about using things from the garden to help continue to give you nutrients throughout the fall and the winter. Oh, you're drinking lemongrass. This is Felicia F.R. Humphrey. She's drinking lemongrass, ginger, hibiscus, orange peel, and rose hips. Yes, that rose hip is going to do some wonders for your skin. That lemongrass, phenomenal for the body. Ginger, I got some ginger in my tea too. Look, we are all on a ginger kick tonight. Y'all do know that ginger is a metabolism booster. So it may take you a while to go to sleep tonight. So, but my 2 ladies that I'm talking to, y'all sleep. Y'all don't go to sleep till late anyway. So, let me see. Let me see. Serena said, I already pulled out the 3 black diamond watermelon vines since there were no melons. Oh, and planted pak choy and mama's red cabbage. Okay. Thank you, Serena, for that because I really, I haven't been able to, I haven't been able in my heart to pull my tomato plants up because they are giving me such an abundance of tomatoes, and I had transferred the tomatoes into all 3 beds, well, 2 beds in my 1 container. So I haven't had the heart to pull them out. I want to at least wait till they've stopped giving me tomatoes or it gets so slow that I don't have to worry about it. But I mean, I'm harvesting baskets of it every day, every other day. I try to do every other day to let them get as red as possible on the vine before the birds and the squirrels beat me to it. I do know that they love the giant tomatoes, and I am praying, y'all, that they do not beat me to those tomatoes. I go out and I look at those tomatoes just to see, and they did start to blush. So I'm so happy about that. You said it doesn't affect you all. Oh, the ginger. Oh, okay. But it does. It's great for your metabolism. Ginger is awesome for your metabolism. It's great for the body. So it's also phenomenal for your gut. It is phenomenal for the gut. It is superb for gut health. So let's see. Okay, so another thing that I did, I have so many herbs. I have just went back. I went to the Spanish market and I got some more herbs. And I plan on. I went to the African market. I didn't buy a lot of herbs this time. I got a few, but I went to an Indian produce store. Me and my girlfriend, she is Indian too, and I took her because she didn't know that it opened down the road from me. And we went there, and I was able to get some herbs. One of the herbs is the masala. I actually made one of my pepper sauces with the masala, and I'm so happy about that. But I bring that up to say I haven't seen the jars this big in Dollar Tree till yesterday. I put my herbs in here. This is how I store herbs in my apothecary. Is I use jars like this. I have the smaller ones, but I finally found the large ones. I was able to buy four of them. There was all they had on the shelf was four. So I got all four of them. And with these, I don't know if I told you, I got 10 of these because these are, the guy was like, because I at first only found one. He said it's took me down the craft aisle. Why this is in the craft aisle, I don't know. But anyway, it's okay. He was like, listen, I don't get them often, so if you need more than one, you better get it. And I bought 10. So I got 10 of these, which was good. And then I got 4 of these because this is how I store my herbs for my apothecary. So let's see. A couple other things I got from the Dollar Tree before I share my sauces. If you are a crafter, listen, y'all know school time, they pull out everything. Thank you, Mona. They pull out everything. And first thing I saw was this super cute cup. It's pink. You know, I'm going to keep it for myself. And it's color changing. This is a color changing tumbler. I haven't seen those. So I don't know if you guys saw them, but super cute. If you have kids, grandkids, family that's going back to school, these are great. I had got these for my grandkids because you can store snacks in it. So you put snacks in here, you put the drink in here, which I thought was super duper cute. And I'm going to decorate them. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull out my Cricut and put something on there or I'll DIY it some other way for them. But I found these. These are super cute. And this one was so cute. Anything pink, y'all. Y'all know I am all over it, okay? Mona, look at this. It matched my head. Look at this right here, okay? This tumbler is tumbling. This tumbler is tumbling. Look at that. Listen. I might have to take this to PT with me or something. But the tumbler is tumbling. It's super cute. And it has a great, oh, I can't open it with that hand. It has a great seal on it. Look at that. Look how the strength it took to take that seal off. But that seal is good on there. So I don't think anything's going to spill out. But DT, y'all. DT. Now the fun part. Let me see. Any comments? Any comments? Any comments? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I used 4 different peppers. I did add some green peppers. And Felicia, I hate to say it, darling, but I was right. Mike was right. When you add other fruits and different things to it to take away some of the heat, one of the things I had learned is if you add your regular peppers along with the hot peppers, it's the fruit and everything that you add to it takes away some of the heat. And it did that. Now, don't get me wrong. This habanero pepper sauce right here is still hot. It is hot, but look at that, y'all. Look at it. This is my habanero. I want y'all to see the spices in here that your girl added to there. Look at them spices. Y'all see them spices in there? Look at that. So this one, I have some other ingredients in it, but I have a couple that I can share with you. You know, this is my secret sauce, okay? So this is the habanero pepper sauce that I made, and it looks so yummy, so delicious. This one I left hot. I did not want it to be, I wanted to still be hot. So I didn't add too much. So I didn't add other peppers and things in it to lighten the heat because I wanted to have at least one that was really hot. So this is my habanero. This has garlic, oregano, and tomato in it. And look at that. And it has my spices in it and seasonings and some other things, some herbs, of course. I have my herbs in there. Look at that. I'm so excited. Let's see. So that's my habanero, y'all. I don't know if Felicia, you still interested in getting a hot sauce? I got you. So let me know. I don't know how much to charge for it though. But it's a lot of sauce. It's good. This will be great to marinate your meat in. Oh my gosh, marinate. Listen, I made, okay, so each of these, I made three. I made three of these. Three things, three jars of it. Okay. This other one here is my serrano pepper sauce. It is just yumminess. Look at that. I posted a picture of them on my community tab, but look at those herbs and things in there. Thank you, Ever. It is just, it's so good, y'all. Listen, I tasted them all. I saved them in little jars to taste each one of them. So I have a little jar that I can use besides storing it. So this one, I can give you all a couple of. This one is pineapple, serrano peppers with pineapple and ginger and jerk sauce. So this is my jerk serrano pepper sauce. So this is the jerk serrano pepper. So good. Yeah, look at the nutrients that's all in there. So good. But this is my jerk one. This has pineapple and ginger in it, and serrano peppers. So yumminess, yumminess. Don't mind my sloppy hair right, y'all. That one. And this one was a fun one to make. This was the banana peppers, and I had a lot of banana peppers. I actually think I got 4 jars of the banana peppers, which is not really hot. I did add hot masala sauce to this. So this is my masala banana pepper sauce. And look at that. Look at the nutrients that's in there. There are herbs in there, guys. There are definitely herbs in there. The herbs that I spoke about on your live. Good evening, always that girl. How you doing? Hey, Dolores. Thank you. Thank you for coming into my live. How you doing? So I gave you all the jerk serrano pepper, the habanero pepper, and this is the banana pepper. The banana pepper with masala hot sauce. Well, masala seasoning that I got from the Indian market. So that is that. And they're all not the same color. Like this one is the serrano pepper. It is actually lighter than the banana pepper one. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see the two different in color? Yeah. All right. Then one more sauce I made, and then I'm going to give y'all a tip too. So this one is my jalapeno pepper sauce. This is jalapeno pepper. This is my orange and thyme jalapeno pepper sauce. So it's oranges, thyme, yeah, and jalapeno peppers. This is the one that is still a little got heat, but it's not bad heat where you can't tolerate it. So it's really, really good. I think the oranges kind of cut some of that, but I did put some green peppers in this one. I put green peppers in the banana pepper one. I put green peppers in that one. I put green peppers in this one. You can see this one is completely green. Look at that. Look at the seasonings, y'all. Y'all just check out the seasonings that's in there. Your girl put them seasonings in there, okay? Them herbs is in there. We can't do smell-o-vision on this, but I was saying that when I finished these and I put them in a box to bring home, I set them on the shelf. My whole downstairs was lit, smelling like pepper sauce, and it smelled so good. So it smelled just delicious. So I made 4 sauces, y'all. Listen, so when I made my sauces, right, I had oranges, I had lemons, I had limes, I had key limes. Now, what you can do is if you're using your fruit like that, your citrus fruit like that to make dishes and stuff, don't throw them away. Once you take the juice off, a lot of the medicinal benefits and health benefits are in the peel. So as long as you clean them real good, you got them from a reputable source, you did your best to clean them off, you can use them. And what I did is I boiled them. I put them in a pot and I brought them to a boil and I let them turn the heat down really low and I let them simmer. And what I made was a citrus ginger shot. What you can do is boil those down. I added some ginger to it. I had my oranges, my lemons, limes, key limes, ginger, and I believe I put my basil in it just to give it just a little bit more and when I did that, I made this ginger shots, a citrus ginger shot. And what they do is they're good for boosting your immune system. They're good for your metabolism. And what I'm doing is I'm putting them in little jars, and so I can take them in the morning. If I have low energy in the morning, or if I just want to wake me up, I take a little shot of it in the morning. Gets me going. Okay, so that's a little tip for you. You can take your peels, don't throw them away, you can boil them. And you know, our family and loved ones, especially grandmothers, they've been boiling orange peels for years. Since I was a kid, my grandmother and them boiled the orange peels, and they will boil the peels because the peels actually have more benefits than the actual fruit. So you're using all of that. Like one of the beautiful things I saw Homestead Heart. I love her canning videos. Phenomenal lady. If you need tips and tools on how to can, she does a great job. Her and Mr. H. And she was canning she was freeze drying watermelon. And I thought that was phenomenal because I saw a lot of people using the rinds, using the rinds, but I like the way she did it. Only thing is I did ask her a question today because I don't have a freeze dryer. I'm waiting for her to respond to see if I can just put them in my dehydrator. Put the the rinds, the watermelon rinds, because I always end up throwing them away. But I was told it's more beneficial. The rind is just as beneficial as the watermelon itself. So, if anybody know the answer to that question, please put that down in the comments. Let me know if I can dehydrate the watermelon peels and still have the same thing. Or otherwise it'll be something I just have to look up. But in case any of you know that already, please let me know. So I was able to get 3 jars each of my peppers. I made 4 different pepper sauces. I want to thank everybody for your tips. Everybody whose video I watched, everybody who I asked and responded, everybody who helped me with ideas for my pepper sauce, and for my lovely ladies who, while I was on the live with them, they let me, work on my ingredients for making my pepper sauces. So I love you ladies for that. Thank you so much. So on to the next topic. So any questions? So listen, in the chat, what I did is I asked you guys about your garden. I asked to please put in the comments anything that surprised you in your garden, anything that exceeded your expectations, or anything that disappointed you that you thought would do well in the garden. Please put that down in the comments. Thanks, Serena, because I forgot about cabbage. I had cabbage plants and I had the transplants, and they didn't do well. They would grow so good, but something went in and ate them before I even got a chance to eat them. So I'm gonna try that again. If this is the season now to try them, I'm gonna try them again. I'm gonna look on my packets and see. Actually, I have my printout from the Farmer's Almanac, and I'll see when in my zone I can put the cabbage out there. But guess what? Another thing that surprised me in my garden, I got kale popped up. Kale popped up. Now I planted I planted so many seeds of Swiss chard, and then I thinned them back to different parts in the garden, and they're growing beautifully. I even have celery that's still growing. That exceeded my expectation. I still have celery from the spring, and it's still giving me celery. And I've actually been using it in my salads and things like that. So I'm happy about that. That exceeded my expectations. And I actually just went out tonight when I was watering, and I looked, and it is still growing so beautifully. But I went into the greenhouse and there was a beautiful kale plant. Oh my God, that makes me happy because I can use that in my smoothies. I have some kale in the refrigerator now that I'm going to use in a smoothie. But I have some growing in the garden that I did not have to plant, which I had planned on planting for the fall. But it popped up and I was like, okay. And I mean, it's big, y'all. Like, it's big. If you see my garden video, you'll see it's next to my lavender. But beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I'm happy about that. That was one of the things that surprised me. Let's see. I think you meant to say saliva. Oh, salvia. Same thing. um, So anything, so anybody that's growing in the comments, put in there what's exceeding your expectation. I know Miss Gail said everything is beautiful. Miss Gail, I love watching your videos. I love how beautiful your garden is. And I'm telling you, I had to really, really remind myself how blessed I am because my garden has given me an abundance. Again, I shared too, I've been able to replace at least 75% of my grocery bill. You know, only thing I ain't growing back there is meat. I don't have any chickens or eggs and things like that, but all of my vegetables and fruit. And I'm happy that I'm actually still getting strawberries to the end of the summer. So I'm happy about that. I was able to get 3 strawberries out of the garden today, which I'm happy about that because I love strawberries. One of my favorite fruits. So any questions before we move on to the next part? This is going to be fun because this part, we're going to be talking about using the things in our garden to help us with just everyday well-being, just everyday wellness, things that just help us stay well. And one of the things I was mentioning earlier is I'm cutting the strawberry leaves. It's important not to cut all of your strawberry leaves, which I'm happy about because I see just from me cutting some of the strawberry leaves, it bushed out so nicely. And I have so many flowers on there, and I had to do that double take, y'all. It's just beautiful. So I'm loving that. So listen, we can use those things in our garden. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Mona. So it's important. I remember I told you that they in Africa they're trying to move all of the people off of coffee. They're trying to remember. I can't remember the channel it was, but one of the people that I follow, he makes a phenomenal lemongrass tea. They have a tea company, and he was sharing how when he was sending out for his packaging and stuff in China, they were stealing his brand. So he stopped doing that, and he would produce everything now in-house. And he was saying how they were moving all of their workers and them off of coffee. So instead of a coffee break, they want everybody to have a tea break. So it's called the Tea-volution. They want to do a revolution of going from coffee to tea, to herbal tea. Let me say it's a herbal evolution, it's called. Herbal tea evolution, if I'm correct. So they want to move everybody into drinking herbal tea. So some of the benefits, the best benefits of drinking herbal tea as opposed to other tea is that it's caffeine free. You don't have to worry about the jitters, the shakes, the irritability that comes from drinking coffee and those teas like oolong and green tea and all those things. Those teas, those are made teas, and they come from a plant called the tea plant. And there's a process of the parts that they remove from that tea plant to get to different teas like an oolong tea. So, and if you don't know about that, it's a science thing. You gotta go look it up. I'm not going into it tonight, but my point is that those teas, if you, when I'm talking about tea, I'm talking about herbal tea, not teas like green tea, English breakfast, oolong, chai. All of those are teas that come from a tea plant. The plant is actually called a tea plant. I'm talking about herbal teas, which come from the herbs and fruit and vegetation of our gardens. So you don't have to worry about them having caffeine in it. Second thing is you're going to get vitamins and minerals from herbal teas. Using the herbs that's in your garden, not just using the herbs, but taking like the strawberry leaves or your pepper leaves, or I use my cucumber leaves, I use my pumpkin leaves. Do not use white potato leaves, please. Not white potato, not red potato, none of those Irish potato. Do not use those leaves. Those leaves are toxic, so please do not use them. Sweet potato leaves only. Sweet potato leaves, they're called sweet potato greens. You can use them in a salad. You can use them, saute them down like spinach. You can use your sweet potato greens. You can use your turnip greens. You can use your beet greens. Things like that where they have medicinal benefits in the green leaves. And you can actually harvest those green leaves while they're growing underground. Okay, so you can use those, and that's some of the benefits you get by using those. We're going to be using those and taking those into the fall and winter with us, but they can help us with our overall well-being. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm not missing no comments. If I miss a comment, please let me know. Let's see. Elite video harvesting some persimmons. Ooh. They're turning yellow once it gets to them before the creatures do. Oh, bell peppers and banana peppers. I made that banana pepper sauce. So good. So good. Listen to, in my garden, something came and decimated my pepper plants, the top ones, not any of them that are on the tomato tower going, I mean the pepper tower going down, but all of the ones that were at the very top of the tower. Something ate them, all the leaves. Guess what? Not only did they come back with a vengeance, and I know Miss Gail, you told me that, you told me to be patient, it'll come back. I went out there today and I got peppers galore. I got jalapeno peppers. I have the green peppers, and the my little purple peppers that I was harvesting in the beginning of spring and summer. Oh my God, there's so many flowers that were pollinated, and I could see the little pepper little coming out the top of it. Y'all, listen, them peppers came back with a vengeance. I got peppers all on the tower. My purple basil, I was able to harvest that. That's actually on the pepper tower. I have the green onions in the pepper tower. I think the green onions have been helping to keep some of the pests away, because I haven't seen the pests come back, and I haven't had to cover the pepper tower back up, so I'm happy about that. It looks really good. I'm happy because I'm going to have more peppers to make more pepper sauce. So listen, stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. I'm so happy about that. So they did come back. Yes, the sweet potato greens are delicious, okay? And they have a lot of nutrients in them. So make sure you harvest them, dry some, use them for later. Saute them, put them in, add them with your spinach. But I like my yellow dock. Sometimes if you get the older leaves, they can be bitter. So I would try to get them as young as possible. But even if I get them a little bit older, I'm going to share that video either tonight or tomorrow. Is I have some yellow dock. My daughter was growing, she didn't realize she was growing herbs in her front yard. She doesn't spray or use any chemicals like that. I was able to harvest so many yellow dock leaves, and I'm going to use them for spinach. I'm going to use them for smoothies. The yellow dock is so good for your blood. It is a great diuretic, but it's great for your blood. It is great for your digestive system, really, really good. And I was able to harvest 2 bags. That's how much they were growing in her yard, and she didn't even know it. So I harvested them. She's like, Mom, take all you want. She said, we normally just cut them down. But they were growing so good. So I got some new yellow dogs. You gotta go to the Farmer's Almanac. The Farmer's Almanac is a quick reference guide. You can type in your zip code. I have a printout that I printed from there, and they'll email me. If you sign up for Farmer's Almanac, they'll email me and let me know what's the time. Like, so now it's fall, so I'm getting fall things that are grow in my zone. So you can definitely go to the Farmer's Almanac. Also, look on your seed packet. On your seed packet tells you when to plant it. If you didn't get, if it wasn't in a packet, somebody sent it to you, then definitely check out the Farmer's Almanac. Check out the plant itself. You can Google it and see, Serena. Like Mona said, the yellow dock, nope, it's not bitter. My yellow dock, it's not bitter. The leaves can get a little tougher if you let them get too much older, but I haven't had a problem with them. I saute them down. I clean them real good. I clean them at least 2 or 3 times. Then I'll put them in with my greens. I'll saute them down, or I dry them. More than likely, I dry at least 80% of them, and then 20% I'll put in the fridge and cook along with my spinach or my kale. So out the yellow dock, it's really, really good for you. And I actually have some yellow dock corn. And Mona, my sorrel, the Jamaican sorrel you sent me, it looks so pretty. I don't know if you've seen it in my garden video, but it is in the video. And I mentioned that that was the one that you gave me, and it's growing so nice. It's such a cute plant. So I know eventually I'm going to have to up pot it, but for now, it looks good. My hat fell, y'all. So let's go on. So another reason to use the herbs and things from your garden is because they're great with digestive relief. A lot of time we suffer from digestion, indigestion, upset stomach. A lot of the things that we eat, if we're not preparing it ourselves, can sometimes cause us digestive relief. The other thing about it is that it causes malnutrition. Some of the things we eat is interfering with our body absorbing the nutrients. So you want to get those things from your garden that's helping your body to absorb nutrients better. So herbal tea, using your herbs from your garden helps with your nutrition, helps your body to absorb those nutrients, okay? And it helps your gut. Really, really good for your gut. Lemongrass, basil, let me see, so many things in the garden that are just great. Ginger. And I forgot to tell you too, guys, I got some onions growing out there. They are super tall. The last onions I harvested, they didn't give me really big bulbs, but these, I haven't touched them. And I really think that I'm going to get some nice bulbs off of these onions. So I'm happy about that. So make sure you use them. And the onions, those tops of the onions, they're scapes. You can use those and use them. You can chop them, put them up in your salads. You can dehydrate them, make you onion powder. There's so much things, so many things that you can do with the things that are growing in your garden. Another thing, self-care. Um, there's so many things in our garden that when we smell them, they awaken the senses. They say going into your garden actually gives you such an awesome mood that it boosts your mood. I was telling you how y'all can take the eucalyptus from your garden, take a couple sprigs, tie a string around it, and hang it in your shower, and just let the steam from the shower invigorate that eucalyptus. And listen, it is so good for your senses, so good for your upper respiratory. That's another way of using it. I had basil. I bought my basil in that I had harvested from the garden today. I brought it upstairs to my bedroom by mistake. I forgot I dropped those basil leaves in the bag. And I'm telling you, just that smell of that basil was so good that I went downstairs, rinsed it off, and threw it right in my pot to add it to this wonderful tea that I am drinking tonight. Y'all, this is so cute. I can't believe I thought this was a jewelry holder. It's a teacup. I'm telling you, I really felt like an airhead, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Super cute. My little purse teacup. So, again, the aroma or aromatics of the herbs from your garden can give you such an uplifting mood. You can even just bring it in, put it in a dish, and just let the scent take over the room. And there are so many herbs that are in our garden that are so aromatic, and you can dry them and you can add them. I don't know if you guys burn candles, but you can take the dry herbs, let the candle completely um, um, melt, and add the herbs to it. And I'm telling you, you just made the most beautiful aromatic herbal candle. So that's another tip for you. Yes. Okay. So what I found out, Miss Gail, is that the basil, the flower tops, you can take them off. You can add them to your food dishes. You can still eat those little flowers on it. You can add it. You can dry it and add it to your sauces. You can dry it and add it to your seasoning mix. The flowers are just as beneficial. Remember, once you start see it start to flower, all of the energy and medicinal properties are going up into the flowers. They've stopped going into, well, I ain't gonna say they stopped going into the leaves, but a majority of it's going up into those flowers. I went out there not yesterday, the day before yesterday. I cut all the tops of my basil because I want them to continue to grow and give me more. I'm telling you, I'm in love with my basil, y'all. That's in the garden. I'm so in love with it. And you can use it. I harvested basil tops and my mint tops, my mint flowers. Some of the mint had tried to go. My apple mint and my orange mint tried to flower. I went out there, I cut all of those tops. I bought those in today because I'm going to dry them and I'm going to use them. Listen, that mint is so good for your digestive system. You really, really, you can take it and dry it and make you some tea. This will be tea, y'all, and we can drink all winter long. You do not have to go to the grocery store buy any tea. You can make your own. I want you to take though everything from that garden, them herbs and things, especially the ones that started to flower. You want to get those, cut those back, and you want to go down to see that all where the flowers start. You want to go down to that next set of leaves and cut there, and take those in. You can make you pesto sauces with it. There's so much you can do with your mint and your basil and your herbs out there. Listen, I got my chocolate mint. I got that drying by itself because I want to make sure to preserve that chocolate mint and my peppermint. The spearmint, my other mints, I'll most likely dry those together. I'm not too concerned about them, except in the summer I wanted to keep them separate. Like my grapefruit mint, I still have my grapefruit mint, my chocolate. I have two chocolate mints, a grapefruit mint. I have the apple mint, orange mint. All of the mints are separate, but some of them I'll collect together. And I don't mind that when I'm drying them. I told you I was making my nutrients. I have a jar of my vitamin mix already, but I want to have several jars because I can see me going through that one jar and it's just a regular quart jar. I want to have several of those. I cut some uh, strawberry leaves today. I cut the mint, cut the basil, and I want to use those in my nutrient mix. Um, I only want to have like basil, oregano, the thyme, the lemon balm. I want to do a mix of them since they're all in the mint family. I want to make just that kind of a blend by itself. And I added, except for the basil, but all of the mints and the lemon balm, the sage, I want to kind of put them in a jar separate from my other greens from the garden. So listen, get out there and use them. Okay? So not just and your chamomile, holy basil. Let me see. Um, they're great for a lot of times. So as the fall comes, we get less and less sunlight. As you see, it's starting to get darker earlier. We get less and less sunlight as the fall and the winter come. A lot of people become depressed because that sunlight is not there, not as much sunlight, and we're not getting out as much as we should during that time. But guess what? You can take these herbs and they'll help you with anxiety. Sometimes we get depressed. Sometimes we get we we're isolated, especially when the weather is inclement, like snow and just inclement weather, heavy rainstorms and tornadoes, things of that nature that happen. We know there's certain areas that get really bad weather. And guess what? You have herbs that you all have from your garden now that you can use to help you. Your chamomile, lavender you can put in your candles. Lavender you can dry it and let it you can sit there and let the scent just take over the area. um what else? St. John's wort is one. Chamomile, I said chamomile. There's so many of the herbs that are great for our nervous system when we want to keep our spirits up, and we're not as out there in the garden as much because we don't need to be out there so much watering all the time, except if you're in a hot climate or a different, based on where you live. If you're in an area where you can grow those things, I'm sorry, I should have had my brace on. It's okay. Um, if you're in those areas that you can grow things all year long and you have it, that's a blessing. But for the rest of us, you want to harvest those things, you want to dry them up, and you want to preserve them so that you can have them throughout the season. Let me see, Miss Gail. I believe, Miss Gail, I believe that's how my cucumber and my eggplant got pollinated, because I saw them out there too. Unfortunately, I just went and chopped all of the basil tops off. I have a shelf out there where I keep all of my fertilizer and things like that for the garden. I have basil, thyme, and oregano up there, and the basil was huge. It got at least 24 inches, and it started to flower. There was bees all over it, which I was happy about because I got a lot of things pollinated that took a long time to pollinate. So I was happy about that. That's the other thing. If you need pollinators, let some of them go to flower. If you let someone go to flower, they're definitely going to keep them bees coming till the bee season is over. But definitely, let them stay there. I left maybe two, and I cut down the rest. My mint started to flower, and I they cut all the apple mint, I cut all the orange mint, but I have spearmint, peppermint, and other mints growing, and I let some of those flowers stay because when I did see all those bees on the basil, I was excited. Like, okay, let's just keep on going, bumblebees. Just look, keep on doing your thing. But yes, you definitely can let them go to stay flower if you still want them bees to hang around like that. Yeah, let them stay. Cut some, just don't cut them all. The for some reason that basil flower send bees a buzzing. They love anything that is really aromatic like that. They love it, and I'm telling you, basil. I love the basil. The scent of it can light up a room. So just by all means, yes. Oh, Mona, you don't let your basil flower? Listen, I cut my basil bowl, the big basil bowl that I show you out in the garden. I cut all them off. I cut all them off because I just love. They're maybe about 16 inches right now. My basil bowl, I have a big basil bowl. I have one of those giant DT flower pots, and I'm telling you that bit, I go out there and I just want to look at it. I don't even want to touch it. But if I saw one or something that started to flower, I cut it off because I definitely don't want that flower. And the ones up top, I let that like two of those stay because I want the bees to continue going. The bees is going crazy over that. Yeah. Listen, do your research like I did, Serena. I'm telling you, you gonna find. Um, oh, you keep propagating them. I have so much basil in the garden. Like I have basil galore. I have one basil plant that's over there near my cucumbers. That one is at least 24 inches tall, and I think it said that it can get like maybe about 36 inches. So I'm going to see how tall it gets. It didn't, and matter of fact, it didn't even start to flower. I just keep pinching it off the tops so that it can keep bushing out because it started from just two vines, two stems, and I'm telling you, it is just completely bushing out, and it looks really good. And it's super tall. It's growing right up under my cucumbers, which is why my cucumbers have done so great. Okay, So let's talk about some herbs that's going to help us with our everyday healing, especially as the winter is coming in, the fall is coming in. And I want to give you all some herbs. I may not give you all. I'm just going to give you the ones that I know that a lot of us tend to grow in our garden. Some that'll just help us with our garden. So just for overall wellness, echinacea. Echinacea, I did a video on that. You guys can go check out that video. But that's one of the herbs can just help with overall wellness, your health and wellness. The nettle leaves. There are stinging nettles. There are dead nettles. In my garden, I have dead nettles, so I use those for tea. They smell good. It grew back so good. I actually have a dead nettle plant on my front porch, and it's supposed to keep bugs and stuff away, but them flies, they don't know no boundaries. They fly right to you. They don't care about the mint. They don't care about nothing. These flies are relentless. I'm telling you, I think they are BG flies. His flies that he done, what do you call it? Copyrighted. But these flies are relentless. Y'all agree? The flies is crazy out there. So, echinacea and your nettles. If you're growing licorice root, or if you have that in your apothecary, your home garden, um, that's another one that's good just for overall wellness. Okay. Now, respiratory herbs. Uh, Most everybody I know grows mint. Mint is one of the great ones for respiratory, a common cold, flu symptoms. Mint is great for that. I did a whole 2 series on mint. So go check that out. Actually, I did 2.5 on mint. So go check out that video. I went into details about all the different benefits of mint. But for respiratory, mint is one. Basil is another for upper respiratory. People with allergies, people with asthma, basil is great for that. Red clover is good for that. Red clover is just not good for women, female issues like menopause, premenopause, and postmenopause symptoms. Red clover is also great for respiratory. Okay. Again, licorice root is great for respiratory. Mullein. A lot of you guys are growing mullein. Mullein is great for respiratory. So remember, before you let your plants die back, try to harvest as much as you can and dry it out. And listen, get you some jars, some simple jars like this. Dry your herbs. Once you dry them, you can hang them to dry, which is a great way. I lay them sometimes in my oven to dry. I got them on my back porch because it's been, if you having really hot days, I think I saw some people talking about 80s and 90s. You having those really hot days, get you a cookie sheet and lay your herbs out on it. Let them dry. Okay, let them dry, then put them in this jar, crunch them all up, put them in this jar, and you will have those for everyday wellness. If you feel a little scratchy throat, you feel just not feeling well, runny nose, stuffy nose, things like that, you got herbs that can help you get through just for everyday wellness. Okay. And none of this replaces, let me say this, I'm not a doctor. I am a certified herbalist. So you'll always hear me talk about herbs and everyday well-being using herbs, okay? So I'm not here to diagnose anybody. I'm here to just offer you common well-being using plants and things from your garden, herbs, and maybe some fruits and vegetables. You'll hear me talk about some of their benefits, okay? That's my disclaimer. So on top of that, so now, pain and inflammation, chamomile, lavender, calendula. For simple pain and inflammation, you want to use things like that. Things that help with common ailments. There are many, many, many other herbs. I'm just giving you some of the simple things that you have growing in your garden. You can also use mint in that area too, okay? But definitely your chamomile, definitely your lavender, definitely calendula. I believe in some of my other videos I gave y'all some other ones that I don't know if you guys are what all type of herbs everybody is growing. I'm trying to use some basic overall herbs, okay? Burnout. If you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, things like that, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, its energetic, is to give you energy, to help lift your system up, give you a boost, Ashwagandha is one of those things, okay? Well, one of those herbs. So ashwagandha is good for that. Again, our nettles, the nettles are good for that. Be careful harvesting stinging nettle, okay? Stinging nettle does sting. You will need plantain to stop the sting of your stinging nettle, okay? There are certain plants that helps with the sting of stinging nettle. Use your gloves. Like when I was handling some of the peppers, I had to use gloves when I'm doing it, because God forbid you do not want to touch your eye and certain sensitive skin with it. And dead nettle, it stings for real. I mean, stinging nettle, it stings for real. But if you dry it, you get rid of the sting. And say you put it on a cookie sheet, put it in the oven for a couple minutes, that'll take away the sting as well. Okay? So stinging nettle is great for that. Hey guys, Desire. Mona, which one? Ashwagandha? Ashwagandha is a herb. Nettles are your herbs. If you could buy the nettle seeds, or if you harvest the seeds from nettles, they do the same thing. Okay? Allergies, I told you basil is good for your allergies. Mint is good for your allergies. Mullein is good for your allergies. So any of us that have allergies, some of us have seasonal allergies, like we may get sick only in the fall. I used to only get sick in the spring. Come February, March, my allergies was out of this world. But I've learned to get them under control using my herbs. Because I drink so much herbal teas, I barely even use my allergy medicines anymore. I haven't had a need for them because I'm such a stickler with using my herbs. So let me see. Skin problems. A lot of us have breakouts. Again, if you are having a breakout, you have psoriasis, skin issues like that. There are herbs that can help you, but I implore you to go deeper, because normally a skin outbreak is a sign of something else going on the inside. When I help people with skin issues, I always go over their diet with them. Find out, it's best to know, be mindful what you eat, especially if you introduce something new to yourself, new to your diet, more than likely new to your skincare regimen. Some of us go out and we try new things, and I know, like I'm a big thing. I used to love Bath and Body Works, but I do know that Bath and Body Works have caused a lot of people to break out. It does not work on everybody. That's why a lot of their products, they changed over to using shea butter and coconut butter, just things like that, because they were causing a lot of skin problems for people. So now, guess what? There are herbs in your garden that can help you with. One of the biggest ones I'm an advocate of is burdock root. Burdock root is not only good for your skin, but burdock root is great for your hair. If you can take some burdock root, infuse it into an oil, add it to your conditioner for your hair. You can make a burdock. You can boil the burdock, and make your own conditioner with it, and let it sit on your hair for a few minutes, and then take it off. But it is phenomenal for that. So burdock root is great for skin problems. So is calendula. When I spoke about calendula on a video I did about calendula, I told you how great calendula is. Not only good for respiratory, but it is also good for your skin. Calendula is one of the herbs that I do use in my skincare products. Okay. Another one that's great for skin that people bypass is roses. You guys, some of you, I wanted my garden to be just array of roses. I bought every kind of rose you could think of because I wanted a beautiful rose moon garden. And that was one of my disappointments in the garden. Don't get me wrong, when it first bloomed, it was beautiful. But something came in and ate the leaves of my roses. Let me tell you, I had to hurry up and harvest all of the flowers because they decimated the leaves of my rose bushes. But guess what? As easily as I was disappointed in what happened to all of my roses, I was out there today in the garden, and the roses are just coming back with a vengeance. Like, I was able to harvest some rose petals yesterday, and I see more roses popping up. I like to let them bloom. I like to let them completely open and bloom. Once I see that they get, just a little bit of, been out blooming long enough, I'll go and take the leaves and dry the leaves, and I will use them to make rose water. And if you guys can check out that video, I did a rose water video to make. Rose water is great for your skin, but it's also good for your hair. So rose water, as well as calendula, as well as burdock root. Okay, so we're talking about everyday herbs that you can use, things in your garden you can use that can just help with everyday wellness. Okay, we're coming upon that season when things are different and we won't have access to so many of these things. Like my roses, they'll go dormant. So I'm going to harvest as many roses as I can. That's why I was out there the day before yesterday harvesting my marigolds, because my marigolds, they were all out, and I didn't harvest any when they were all beautiful blooms when I bought the transplants. But now that they've come back with a vengeance, I'm out there popping those tops off. Some that brown, I took them and I'm just using the seeds. I'm going to dry the seeds and I'm going to save the seeds for next season. Okay. And your marigolds are medicinal. They're anti-inflammatory. So you can make a tea with the flower tops. Okay? Or take the leaves off and make a tea with them. You can. You can dry them and save them for later. They're in the calendula family, which is why they're both great for your skin. They're both anti-inflammatory. It's really, really good for that. Hibiscus is another one. We talked about that last week. The hibiscus is great for your skin. Super, super good. It is phenomenal as a tea. Great for your skin. You can infuse it in oil, but it is super, super good for you. Okay? Let me see. Stress and sleep. I talked to you about mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion. Sometimes we go into depression. We can use things like lemon balm is another one. I didn't say lemon balm, but I said lavender, chamomile. You can use lemon balm for that. Also, you can use ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is great for that. Ashwagandha is one of those energetics that's good for your nervous system. Okay, it's great for that. So ashwagandha is a really, really good herb. It's a newer herb, newer to us here, but they've been growing it for years. But ashwagandha is a great one. Milky oats. A lot of people grow milky oats in their garden. Milky oats is great for that. Exhaustion, restlessness, great for that. Basil, if you have restlessness, is good for that. Anything that is, helping to calm your nervous system, okay? You want to use those for that. So again, that's chamomile, lavender, ashwagandha, milky oats. I don't see a lot of people growing it, but I do know some people in my gardening community that do grow milky oats. I was thinking about it. I haven't had a chance to get it. I think I'll be at my mentor at his shop this weekend. I'm planning on going to the market, and also I want to go to the market this weekend and see what fall plants they have. Maybe I may have some space for it. This one pumpkin plant is taking over. Like, it has took over the complete bucket. But I did put some horseradish down. My horseradish look good. My yellow dock, or grow some yellow dock. That looks really good. But I want to make some space for some fall garden vegetables. You got ashwagandha? Oh yeah, my roses come back every year. Every year. Yeah, I love Bath and Body Works. Just be mindful of some of the things that just kind of know what you're using, so you know if you have a breakout. Like my daughter bought which one? I'll find out which one it is. There was a brand we had went to the outlet to Bath and Body Works, and she bought one of the brands she got broke her out. When she called them to tell them about the breakout, they told her she was not the only person that had a breakout, and they refunded her money, sent her like a gift certificate or something. They did something because she had that breakout from their products. And if you see, a lot of people's skin can't take it, but a lot of people do. I do it. I haven't had a breakout from it, but I do know people that have. And especially if you have sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin, but that's just not one of the products that got me. But just be mindful of that, of what you're using, because one of the most toxic things that we can have is in our skincare. Okay, they talk about it. Our cosmetics and our skincare have the most toxic, forever chemicals, PFAs, um, all types of chemicals in them, phthalates, phosphates. I try my best. I do not buy anything that contain those. My everything from my deodorant. I'm working. I make my own herbal toothpaste. I make my own rose water for my skin toner. There are so many things that I've replaced. I'm not a real makeup wear person. I am lightly with makeup, like lip gloss, lipstick. I love Fenty stuff. Her lip glosses are so good. I haven't had a breakout from those, but there are products that are out there that does cause skin irritation, and you want to be mindful of what you're using so that if you have a breakout, you can connect it to it. Try not to try so many products all at once. If you're introducing something new to your skincare, even if you're introducing something new to your diet, try it one at a time. So if you have a reaction to it, you can pinpoint it to that one thing. Okay? So that is that. Ashwagandha is a herb, Serena. Yeah, bee balm is very good. I haven't had a chance to talk about bee balm yet, but it is really good. No, I don't have any pests on my pumpkin plant. Knock on wood. I do not have any pests on it. That thing is humongous. Now the one got crowded out by my tomato plants. That one just literally died back. There was no bugs or nothing on it. Um, Can you eat the flowers from the pumpkin plant? If it doesn't get pollinated, you know how you can eat the flowers, God's desire? If you in there, can you eat the flowers from the pumpkin plant? Like you can eat the squash flowers if your squash don't get pollinated? Let me know, because there was a bunch of them out there. It started to turn dark yellow because they didn't get pollinated. I don't know what to say about them. There was a lot of bees over there too. It's hard for me to understand why I haven't gotten a pumpkin yet. And I've had those pumpkin plants for months, maybe like 2 months. So, I mean, please lots of them. Yes, I did that. What I'm doing now is, because I've got a lot of people asking about my skincare products, because I only have them uh, locally. My daughter is going to build a website for me so that I can put them on there, because so many people, and again, guys, be mindful. I said this last week, of where you're getting your products from. Some people are making products and they do not care about your health and well-being. I gave the example of the dyes, and um, there is, and also too, they're getting the products from countries where they're not doing fair trade, where they're getting it from these countries like India, these dyes, the powdered inks and powdered dyes, things like that. Now they're great because they come from stone, they come from the earth. Those pigments come from the earth in India. But they're not paying the people properly. I've seen children in those mines. They did a video on it, and you guys can go watch it. It's the truth about fair trade, and they're not paying them what it's worth, but they're coming to America and selling these products and getting billions of dollars from us, and they're not paying those people properly. So make sure that when you're buying things, you want to make sure that they're like shea butter, cocoa butter, things like that, that they're doing fair trade, that they're paying the people their worth for harvesting those things for them. Now there's a big thing in India because they're using children to go into mines, because the mines are small and some of them are narrow, and only children can fit in them to bring out the mineral deposits from it. And so children are going into these mines, and some of them are getting hurt, and there's no health benefits or nothing. So just be mindful of that. That's my PSA for today, just to make sure you know where your products are coming from. Oh, okay. Yeah, making your own products. I'm telling you, once you get into it, you're not gonna go back to trying other products again because understanding those chemicals and things that are in it, and why so many years we've had breakouts and things and we never knew what it came from. Now all that stuff can be traced back. And one of my big things is EWG. They list the products. They not only just give you, I know a lot of you, I've talked about it before a couple months back about how our Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 comes from the EWG, where they do all the research, they enforce legislation and all of that, but they also list products that have those chemicals in it that are not good for us, that contains forever chemicals, contain phthalates and phosphates. Those things, they inhibit the body. They keep your body from absorbing nutrients. Some of those chemicals alter your DNA. The whole thing of it is to alter your DNA, to alter your genes, and you don't even know it. So I said one day I'm going to get into that. One day I will get into that. One day we'll deal with just that. I kind of want to get us on this overall daily wellness, our daily health and well-being. Once I get past that, then I promise we're going to visit that because if you understand how those chemicals affect you, that you can have all the vegetables you want in your garden, but if you are using products that inhibit your DNA, inhibit your body from absorbing the nutrients from it, you can eat it all day long. Your body's not going to absorb it. It's actually going to force your body to force it out of your system. So just be mindful of that. We'll get into that one day. I have to ask God's desire to help me with that one. We'll jump into that. One day we will try it. But listen, if anything, like you could take simple things like rosemary, add that to your conditioner. You can add it to make an oil infusion. All those beneficial herbs, you can make oil infusions. They're so easy to do. Take a handful of those herbs, a jar full like this. Fill the jar up about this much of the herb. You can even go 3/4 of the way. Fill it with the herbs. Put the oil in there, put it in a double boiler, and you've made your own oil infusion. Okay? And then you can add that to whatever skincare products you want. I am always fortifying my products. I am always doing that because I know what's best for my skin, and I know that my skin is sensitive, so there are things that I want to put in there. And I have done such a thorough research on skincare. That's why I started making those products, because I wanted to give the best, especially for people with psoriasis and skin ailments. And then being a herbalist, I wanted to make sure that they understand that there's so much more than just what we put topically, but that our gut health plays a factor in our skincare as well. So now, another one, I talked about boosting your mood with ashwagandha. There are certain herbs that are serve multiple purposes, like calendula, like ashwagandha. Um, One of the best herbs, y'all know is my favorite one. What's my favorite herb? It is the best herb for your digestive health, besides ginger. The best herb for your digestion, best herb for your digestive system. Yep, I knew you was gonna get it first, God desire. Dandelion. Listen, it is not dandelion season, so I hope you guys were able to harvest as much dandelion as possible. If you're still able to grow it, make sure you harvest it. Get those dandelion tops. I told y'all, if y'all got dandelions going, go out, cut all those tops off, make y'all some tea with it, dry up the flowers. I have a beautiful dandelion ones I had just dried not too long ago, and they're in a bag. I think I shared it in last week's video, my dandelion flowers that I have from there. Now, this is the time, I believe you can still, dandelion root, chicory root. Chicory root, I just harvested chicory root and the chicory flowers. I just harvested those maybe last month because they're going out of season. Dandelion, chicory, Virginia peppergrass, all of those things you see me forage, they're going out of season. They're going dormant. So if you see them, get them. As long as they haven't been sprayed with any chemicals, this is the best time to get them, because those roots, you want to pull up those roots, clean them thoroughly, dry those roots, and those roots will be the best for your digestive health, for your overall health and well-being. That next month, this is September, October, you'll be able to pull up your yellow dock root, your burdock root. Those roots are not ready until October, so you want to get those roots about October, November, before they go dormant. So you'll see that right now, yellow dock, you should start seeing just the seeds. The seeds for yellow dock are great. If you let them grow, they'll give you the seeds, and those are awesome coffee replacement. You can use them for energy. They give you energy. They're great for purifying your blood. They're good for your digestive health. That is the yellow dock seeds. They're big and they're red. That lets you know that that plant is great for your blood. It's red for that reason. So those seeds, I normally harvest those seeds. I still got seeds from last year. Some, one half of them I ground up into powder like coffee. You can grind them up. I clean them, I roast them, and then I grind them up and make them. I use that. I put that in my teapot to use that as part of my tea. I drink yellow dot a lot. I give it a break because I drink it so much. You have to give your herbs a break. If it's something you drink all the time, you do have to give your system a break. If it's something that works on a particular system, you don't want it to overwork that system. You want to give it a break, give it a week or two, and then you can go back to drinking it. I would do it and then just give it a break a week, give it a break 2 weeks before you go back to it. So, dandelion, phenomenal for your digestive system. Burdock is also one of my blends is dandelion, burdock, yellow dock, and wormwood. I use that as a detox, a digestive system detox. Chamomile, also great for your digestive system. If you have upset tummy, sometimes you just want to calm your stomach. Chamomile is good for that. Okay. Besides, its nervous system, it's good for calming your nervous system. Menopause. A lot of times, again, we're going into that season. Not women aren't the only ones who go through menopause, premenopause, perimenopause. Men have that time of season two when their energy is low. They have, male issues, and there are herbs that are great for them. I spoke about that a couple videos ago. I gave y'all some herbs on that. They were my top 10 herbs. If you haven't seen that video, you can check that one out. And I told you some herbs that are great for men also. But for women, we got St. John's wort, red clover, red raspberry, raspberry leaf, dandelion root. It's great for that. Motherwort is another one that is super, super good for that. So, any questions? Again, those were just all of my herbs on just overall everyday well-being, taking things right from our garden that we're growing and using those to help us, get through this fall season all the way up to spring. You guys are going to be floating on air. If you take the nutrients and things you need, you won't feel depraved or feel deficient in vitamins and minerals and nutrients if you take some of those that you have now. We get them abundantly now because this is the season of them, but you can dry them and save them. Your fruit, I talked about that a little while ago about taking your fruit, and it's better that you get fruit from your garden, dehydrate it yourself or candy it yourself or make a jam out of it yourself, instead of going to the stores because they're sugared down. And you can use natural things to sweeten your fruit. And if you get it from your garden, like my tomatoes, those cherry, those Jersey Girl, they taste so sweet, so good. You would swear that I put sugar in them. They're just that naturally sweet. And you can take them, you can dehydrate them, you can freeze them, you can freeze dry them. I don't have a freeze dryer. I looked at the freeze dryers. They're running like $1,500. I do not have that right now to get a freeze dryer. So I'm going to just dehydrate them. I'm going to can as much as I can. Right now, I'm canning everything that's going to carry me through the season, which I'm happy about because it's something that I haven't done in years. I haven't canned in years, like literally. Canning used to be so big for us. I always can my soups, but this year I'm making so many things. I'm going to can the fruit. I'm going to can some vegetables. I'm trying to think. Well, I'm not going to can it. I didn't get the beans. That plant died out, unfortunately. What else is something that was a disappointment? My beans were a disappointment. My peas were a disappointment. Um, my I can't say that because I got lettuce, I got celery, I got Swiss chard, I got kale, I got all of that. I did not save it. I did not dehydrate any of it. I do have some kale now that I can dehydrate and save as a green mix because kale is great in a smoothie. So is Swiss chard. Swiss chard is great in a smoothie. They're also great if we want to freeze them and saute them like spinach. They're also good like that. But there's so many that you can save up for the winter time. But are there any questions? Anybody? I know I talk a lot, and I know I don't know if I'm talking too fast as well. Guys, please don't hesitate to nudge me and say, hey, go back to that. Let's repeat that. What did you say? I'm trying to keep up on the comments as well. Um, but yes, listen, mostly all of the herbs in your garden serve a purpose. I need you to do your due diligence and figure out where you can use them in your daily health and well being. We're always using them for tea, but guess what? Herbs are also good for aromatherapy. I'm my aromatherapy class. There's so many herbs that you can add. I'm good for taking the herbs, drying them, and adding them to candles because I make candles as well. I just started back making candles. All last summer, I made all last spring and summer, I made candles. I haven't made any through the fall or winter. I haven't made anything this spring, but it's that time when candle season is coming. So there are some herbs that I'm going to use, like my mint. I want to add those to my candle wax so that you have, I don't have to use so much fragrance to my candles, but the herbs, adding the herbs to it, that when it completely melts, you'll get that natural aroma, which is great for just setting the mood. Okay. And absolutely, I'm so grateful to everybody that's here, everybody in the comments. Don't forget to make sure you hit the like. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and I will definitely come back and check out your channel and subscribe to your channel. I love checking out everybody's channel, enjoying the content. I'm so grateful because I have learned so much from so many of you guys, and I'm grateful for that, for everything that I've learned from you, and this journey that I'm on for health and well-being, not just for myself and my family, but for the community at large. Anybody that is into just overall natural health and well-being, uh, I want to be a part of that, helping us to be well. That is a big thing for me, is just having everybody be well. Um, Using what you got in your garden. There's so many things to help you in your garden, and just use it. It's there for you, there for the picking. You don't have to go to a store, you don't have to go anywhere else. You may visit the seed man, but you have it right there at your fingertips if you just know what is there, what you can use. Yes, I appreciate it. And thank you guys for always helping in my comments, ladies. I appreciate you so much for that. I couldn't do it without y'all. And I thank you all so much. And listen, please check out the awesome people that are in the comments. They have great content on their channel. I would not steer you wrong. I love all of the channels, all of the lovely ladies that are here. Everybody that is here is beneficial to the community, and they have great content. Go check them out. Make sure you hit the like button when you're there. Let them know I sent you over there. Um, I'm not sure what else is going on tonight, what other channels are live tonight, but I'll be following y'all on these YouTube streets. I got 4 minute countdown, maybe 9 minutes. I like to go 5 minutes over. Are there any questions? Hey, Teresa. I'm truly, truly grateful to all of you. I have so many blessings that are happening, um, that I'm going to be sharing with you guys coming up. Something I'm so, so, so passionate about, something I continue to do, working with kids. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys later on as it comes to pass. Y'all know I work, uh, run a youth program in the summer, and it's a blessing to be able to do that. And I just have so many blessings happening, and God is putting those in my path, and I'm grateful for it. And like I told you, I had to stop and pause and be grateful for my garden. So I'm just taking a moment to just be grateful for you guys coming to my live. You don't have to be here, but you choose to be here, and I love you so much for being here with me and coming with me on this journey of health and wellness and natural well-being, holistic well-being. I'm big for that, and I don't want to steer you guys wrong. That's why I get my certifications. That's why I get my education, my journey in natural medicine. All of that is part of my goal and my plans, and being able to share that with you guys, and you guys receive it. I'm grateful. I'm truly, truly grateful for that. And then what? Besides all that, I can't do any of that without my glam. You know what I mean? You know. Thank you, Mona, for lifting my glam up tonight with this wonderful hat and scarf. If y'all don't know, Mona from Sifting Some Soul and More made this beautiful hat and scarf for me that I am rocking and refuse to take off. I didn't show y'all my tea though. Listen, look, y'all. This is one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. Strawberry Shortcake. This is Orange Blossom. She was always my favorite. Look how cute she is. I got this from Five Below, y'all. I went to go get another one because I wanted to have two in case one got messed up. But this is Orange Blossom, and to me she just represent the garden, like Strawberry Shortcake was from the garden. Yeah, this is Orange Blossom. If y'all don't know about Orange Blossom and you into cartoons, go check out Strawberry Shortcake. It comes on one of the channels. Remember, I was watching Norbit last night. I'm not watching Norbit again tonight, but I'll probably check out these YouTube streets and see what's going on these YouTube streets. But thank you, Mona. I can't thank you enough. Again, God's Desire. I believe I have your address. I have something for you. I didn't get to send off to you. And Duval. I got to get Duval's address. That was from the Summer Sun Tea Challenge that I found. Found where I found them. I had lost the gift cards that I got for y'all, but I have them. So I'm going to mail those out tomorrow. Um, what else is going on? What else? Yeah, ain't it cute? Listen, y'all, I refuse to take this off. Mona, I'm not sleeping in it. I promise I'm not sleeping in it. But it's just so cute. I want to just get on another live just so I can show it. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's so cute. Listen, this is what I'm gonna be rocking. Look, I think it matches a couple. I have a pink coat up there, a red one. Yeah, this match. Listen, I don't care if it don't match. I'm still wearing it. This is so stinking cute. Teresa, look what Mona made me. Chad, look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. Fly, right? This is so cute. Okay, let me stop. Okay, I do love it though. I'm not gonna lie. I love, 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 love it. And look, I can wear it up. We going back to Chicago in February, so I will be wearing this because it's so cute. I asked my granddaughters if they're going back to Chicago. We were in Detroit actually, so I don't know where Savage Day gonna be at this year, but I will be rocking this because Chicago and them, it be cold in February. So I will be wearing this. It's so cute. Listen, Mona, I don't know. My granddaughter Maya see this, which is late, so I can't call her tonight. But I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna call her at 3:30 tomorrow when she get out of school to show her. And you might have to make another one for her. One for my granddaughter, but actually both of them, because one is not gonna let the other one get one. Because Maya gonna say, "Did you get Jayla one?" And then Jayla gonna say, "Do Maya got one too?" So look, I might have to pay you this to make two more for kids. They both got little heads, so it shouldn't be hard. But listen, so we be matching. We went to Savior's Day and we was all matching. I don't know if y'all saw those pictures on my Instagram. But listen, don't forget to check out my Instagram too, y'all. Um, a lot of these ladies I follow have Instagram. Sifting Some Soul and More. God's Desire has Instagram. Let me see. I saw Georgia Peach Nut say something. Oh, listen, I love Betty Boop too. If you know the history behind Betty Boop, yeah, I love Betty Boop too. Um, yes, thank you, Teresa. Let me see. Rainbow chart, that's a good one. Serena, that was a good one. Just like my rainbow hat and scarf here. Okay, I'm not gonna let that up. Y'all know I'm not gonna let that up. Okay, so next week I'll be back with another live. Um, I am. I'm trying to think. You guys got a topic before I choose one? I'm still. Thank you, Felicia. I'm still. I do like to hear what you guys would like for me to talk about too, but I'm on this overall health and wellness kick. So I am going to be canning the fruit. So maybe I may um, can some fruit live in the kitchen. Let me see. We'll see. I may be canning some fruit, but I'm going to continue with our overall health and wellness. You're going to hear me constantly talk about that just so that we can just prep for the winter season. I know if you guys don't know, a lot of people are isolated. I like to, in the winter, I do hats and scarves for the homeless, and we do food for the homeless. We do soups for the homeless. We do soup bowls where we provide nice warm soup for those that are homeless. We do crochet hats and scarves. My friends, my elder friends that attend Friendship Baptist Church, we have like a crochet group. We always make scarves and hats and gloves for the homeless, but we also make them for the children's hospital because the pastor there, he used to be in foster care like I was, and he has a place that he donates them to. So I'm going to reach out to them. We're going to be donating some hats and scarves and gloves again to them, which I'll start making them soon as the season is coming on. I do get a lot of orders for crochet also this time of year. So, but because we do it as a group, I'm not the only one making it, but everybody, all of the ladies from Friendship, they all make it. We have a nice group of them that makes it. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all was seeing my legs. Jesus Christ. Anywho, oh my gosh. I got on shorts, but I'm sorry. I don't like to show my body. Okay, so black tea. Black tea, oolong tea, green tea, English breakfast tea, they all come from what's called a tea plant. Black tea is not a herbal plant. It does contain caffeine. Um, ah, Felicia, you've been on a roll, honey, on a roll. Why you ain't tell me my shorts was showing? My legs and my shorts. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, let's see. Oh, thank you, Mona. I'm a stickler about that. I'm looking at my iPad and I can see like a little bit of my leg. I'm like, oh man, I hope I wasn't showing my leg through this whole video. But I do have on shorts, y'all. I'm sorry. But Miss J.K. Gardner, it's not a herb. With that, it has tannins in it, it has caffeine in it, and it comes from the processing of what's called the tea plant. So, well, I talked about that a long time ago. I'll see if I can find the video and post it up, but I did talk about that. I broke down the difference between herbal teas and teas that come from the tea plant. It's in one of my very, very beginning of the herbal journey on here on YouTube. So I'll share that video because I did talk about that. Yes, thank you, Felicia. So if it is not a herb, it comes from what's called a tea plant. And then Felicia gave y'all the scientific name for it. Thank you, Teresa. Had I not said nothing, people could have really just thought that. But Felicia, I applaud y'all that are making things for the crochet items. I think it's so awesome. It's something that we do every year. We do back to school drives. Right now, I have back to school packets I've been giving out to kids throughout the community. Um, I give them not only in Jersey, but I also give them to kids in Philly. My daughter sets it up for women in her mommy group, those who are in need of school supplies. We do that. And then here about October, November, we'll do food drive and we'll bag up some groceries and stuff for the women in her mommy group. For food that may not need it. This year has been a pretty hard year. Last year was really bad. We gave so many baskets of food. I have a picture of my granddaughters giving out the food. You guys can, oh, that's on my Instagram. But we do it every year. So if you want to do an act of kindness, please do something for people that are homeless and people that are in need. There's a lot of people. If you're looking just to do something kind for somebody, spread kindness. That's my main thing, is spread kindness to other people who are definitely in need. For those of us who have a garden that's full of abundance, I give away lots of onions, tomatoes, and things that I'm growing to not just family but to friends. Just so that I can share what God has blessed me with. So if you guys, if you don't have money to donate to school supplies or you can't crochet, if you have a garden, set up little bags of some of the vegetables or things from your garden and you could just give it away. You could put a table outside and say it's here for the taking. My daughter does that all the time. She'll purge the kids' clothes, but instead of giving it to a place that's going to resell them, we always bag them up nicely, put their age on it, and we give it out to the community for people that's actually going to wear it and use it. I bag up mine. I'll separate the men clothes from the women clothes, from the kids' clothes, and I take it over to the shelter. I do not take it to the place where they're going to resell it. I take it directly to the shelter, and out there, I'll sit out there with the women, and they'll go through it, and they'll pick out the things that they like and they need, and that's more rewarding to me because I know that they got it, like it directly in the hands of the people that need it. That one time we had people, families, whole families that were living under a bridge in Trenton, and we got clothes together for them. We got food together for them. Whole families that were living under a bridge, y'all, a bridge. And I found out that there was families in other parts, other states, that they were homeless too, doing the same thing. They had nowhere. And we're hearing that a lot now. People were living in storage places. People living in their car. Please just be mindful of somebody else that may be in need, and you could just share a little love with them. And you don't have to come out of your pocket with money. You could just donate something that you already have, old clothes. One of the ladies, I forget what's her name, she said that foster kids were in need. So if you have old suitcases, like I just got 2 suitcases together that I no longer use because I bought new luggage, drop it off to the foster center. That they will give it to the kids because the kids were moving from place to place and their stuff was in garbage bags. That's a new initiative that I'm taking on. I'm going to be raising some supplies and things for foster kids. Yes, DIFUS does get school supplies and stuff for them, but they don't get luggage. They don't get luggage for them, for the kids to carry their stuff in luggage instead of garbage bags. So that's a new initiative that I'm taking on. If you have old luggage and you want to throw it away, give it to a foster kid that may need it. If you don't know one, you can contact your local DIFUS and they'll let you know, and they'll let you know where you can drop it off to help somebody that's in need. Okay, that's a big thing for me. children in need, and senior citizens. That's another issue, but I will talk about that later on. Maybe in 1 week I'll talk about some of those things that you can do right in your community. That's what I'll take a little bit of time next week, and we'll talk about some of the things you can do in your own community with so much of the abundance that you already have. Listen, find a shelter. When I'm telling you that those women in need, I'm gonna tell you a great way to find them. Check out any food drives. In my community, I partner with 3 organizations that do Thanksgiving drives and Christmas drives. When they do that drive, it's normally at a shelter or a homeless place for those people. I used to own a boutique, so I had so much jewelry and things left over from my boutique. I took those jewelry, brand new, and we were out there giving away food. I gave all the ladies jewelry, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, so that they can feel good about themselves despite their condition. You can do that. Find a food drive that's going on. Check out some of the organizations in your area, and you can donate the clothes. You could take the clothes to that food drive. I'm telling you, the people that need it are there, and they will take those things. Okay, longer. Just make sure they're. If you're giving away stuff, make sure it's clean. I know you got it clean, God's desire. I'll just let you know if you want to donate it to them. I put it in a bag. I take it out there, and I'm out there with them, giving it away to the people that need it. You want to get it into the hands of the people that truly, truly need it. They were so grateful. When I tell you those women were so grateful, you would not believe it. But check out any local organizations, especially during this time of year, Christmas and Thanksgiving coming. They definitely need it. You can give it. You can make sure you give it to them. Contact the schools that's in your area. The schools will allow you to donate stuff to they'll identify, their counselors identify kids in need, and you can donate stuff to them as well. I work with the Trenton Board of Education. Here in Burlington, I gave out school binders. I've been giving out school binders since August, 1st of August. I started giving out school supplies. I was giving out binders. All these kids around this area where I live, they all have binders. And then I walked them over to the school and donated to the school. Then I went to Philadelphia. My grandson goes to a private school. I donated binders because they have kids there, and everybody don't always have it to get. I donated a bunch of school binders. Their director was so happy. And now my other grandkids go to private school in Trenton. I have their bag already ready full of school binders, and I'm going to donate it to them. They're next because school starts next week for them. They actually started this week, but I did tell their director that I'm going to bring the supplies there sometime this week or next week. So I will get that to them. But there's so many things you can do, guys. It don't have to be big. It don't have to cost a lot. And it's just small little gestures that you can do that can help the community in which you live. Okay? Oh, sage is good for respiratory too. There's other benefits to sage, but sage is good for your respiratory and your digestive system. Sage is good for that too. Sage is good for your respiratory. Sage is good for your digestive system. That's just 2 of the things it's good for. There's other benefits for it too. Thanks, Luna. Yes. There was a famous person that bought this up this week. I was watching her Instagram. I can't remember who it was. Please forgive me if you catch this video or anybody share it and they happen to catch it. I just forget which person it was that said it. She said that she was going to donate all her luggage to the children in foster care. And I was like, wow, that is such a great idea. I used to be in foster care. And I'm telling you, we used to before we got settled into our permanent foster care, we went from place to place. And I'm telling you for a fact, our stuff was in garbage bags. I remember that as a kid, that our stuff was in garbage bags. And that's one of the reasons why I work with DIFIS to this day. I've worked with them for years. I work with Women's Space, DIFIS. There's so many organizations that I've worked with in the past. and I still have relationships with them now because I continue to give back to them the places that I came from and places I know where children are and women are in need, and men too, but they're most oftentimes they're kids and women. But for the men, we service them when we give away gloves and stuff. You would not believe I the number of young men, teenage boys, young adult males who are homeless. They are homeless. And we go to the train station and we give them gloves, hats, scarves, not just ones we crochet, but I always do a fundraiser each year. Teresa's in the comments. She can tell you. I do boxes of love for the elderly where we get toiletries for elderly who can't get out of their homes. We'll talk about that next week. But Teresa, my girlfriend, is in the comments. She donates every year to our school drive and to our boxes of love. She's one of our biggest donators to it, and she can tell you I do this every year. All year long, we got something going on to help people that are in need. And Teresa can tell you this is an initiative that we do every year, and it's always so successful, especially the school drive. Lots of kids need it. When I worked for the Board of Education, you would not believe how many kids did not have breakfast, and they would come to school late. They miss breakfast at school. They're hungry sitting in class. They're irritable. So, guys, I will talk about that next week. I'll tell you about some initiatives. If you're interested, I'll take a little time and talk about it next week. But there are just so many initiatives that you can do in your own community, and right in your own area, to help people that are in need. And let me tell you, your blessings come back tenfold. And you may not do it for blessings, but let me tell you, God knows everyone's heart. And when you do something to help somebody else, I always tell my children, when you give out the kindness of your heart. Don't worry about what those people are going to do with that gift you gave them. You can't worry about that. You let God deal with that. God is only concerned with the kindness, your act of kindness. And listen, I that is my pet peeve. Y'all will hear me. I could talk about that like I could talk about herbs. That is one of my biggest things that I do all the time. Yeah, I was just telling them, Teresa, how you're one of the biggest supporters of every drive we have, whether it's the school supply drive, the shoe boxes of love. Oh, and tell them about our bags of love for women and girls. There are some housing projects, and the director, he asked me to help support the young girls there. They didn't have things like deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, maxi pads. Actually, me and the Moss, we did pads for young girls to help them. We raised boxes and boxes of sanitary supplies for young girls, and I do that with those that's in that housing complex for the young girls, the teenage girls. You wouldn't believe the older women that came and asked for the supplies as well. But yeah, their director is a male, and he was so concerned about the young girls not having basic stuff. So we started that like 2 years ago. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Any more questions before I round it out? Yeah, we just did that in Willenboro, Teresa. We raised so many sanitary supplies in Willenboro. You missed it, lady. We did that. We just did that in Willenboro. But this in September, October is when we do our bags again for the young girls, and we drop off for Darren. So we're gonna do that again. So just keep an eye out for it. I'll put up a flyer for it. We always do that. So we'll have it done again. Y'all wouldn't believe it, the people that don't have it. Like, you would not believe. So listen, guys, add a little glam. Add a little glam. But we're going to continue to grow together on this channel. And for everybody that came here, I truly, truly appreciate you guys sticking around, staying around to the end, commenting. Please don't forget to hit the like button before you leave out. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. But I thank you so much for joining me. For all my lovely moderators, I thank you. Thank you for getting them trolls out of there. Thank you so much for coming in, for commenting, to helping my channel. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. I couldn't do it without you. And thank you, ladies, my moderators, God's Desire, Sifting Some Soil, Felicia, F.R. Humphrey. Guys, I thank you so, so much for being my moderators. I truly appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. I love y'all so much. Listen, take care. We're going to be well together. All right? And y'all have a blessed evening. And I'm going to see y'all in these YouTube streets, okay? It's Duval. Is that Duval? Duval! You've been in the bushes, Spook. Did you hear me say I need your address? Can you email me or message me so I can get your address? I don't know. Are we friends on Instagram? Either way, I need your address, love, because I got that gift for you and God's Desire. I need to get that to you. But everybody, even the people that's in the bushes, I appreciate you for being in the bushes. Listen, thank you for being in the bushes. I appreciate you. I know it'd be a lot going on in these YouTube streets, and taking some time to spend with me, I'm grateful to you for it. From the bottom of my heart, I love you all. Listen, y'all have a blessed night, okay? Have a blessed, blessed night. Y'all, I'll see y'all on the next one. Don't forget, catch me again next Thursday, 9 p.m., okay? And if y'all did have comments about a topic y'all wanted me to discuss, will let me know, and I'll try and get it in. But we'll talk about some small things you can do in your community to just for acts of kindness. We'll talk about random acts of kindness next week, okay? Yes, thank you so much. Yep, send me an email, Duval. Mona put my email in the comments, okay? So send me an email. Everybody have a blessed night, okay? Thank you, guys.